very first workout. So what I'm going to do is I posted all 3 of the workout templates in the files page of the Facebook section. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through each exercise in each workout. If you want to know how we're setting it up, the apps we're using, the rest time, the go time, all this is HIIT training style. So I have it all set up and ready to go in the file section of the Facebook page. This is workout number 1. I'm going to upload these separately as workouts, but if you want all 3 of the workouts to do on vacation or when you're out in a business trip or you're just sitting at home and you really want to get a workout in and get your sweat on, this is an awesome way to do it. So let's get started. First exercise today is a mountain climber. Alright guys, so our first exercise today is going to be a mountain climber. So I'm going to try to stay sideways so you can see what I'm trying to do here. So when we're doing mountain climbers, again, the big thing here is we want to get push-up position. So when I say push-up position, okay, what I'm trying to do, glutes are nice and tight. My hands, okay, so elbow, wrist, shoulder, nice straight line. My head's not way back here, my butt's not up. I'm right here, core is super tight, and then we're just gonna drive each leg and bring it back right here. Drive that knee, try to really engage that core and keep that head out in front. What you're gonna notice happens for a lot of people as you get tired, okay, is one of 2 things. So the first thing is as you get tired, your head starts to come back. And now my head's underneath my hands. I want to keep that core engaged. Guys, keep it really tight right here. Go at your speed. And as you get more and more advanced, you can go a lot harder and really keep that core tight. If you have a wrist issue, if it really bugs your wrist to do these, you can get right up on your knuckles. So you get right up on your knuckles. Again, that'll keep that wrist flexion right out of it. Same movement right there. That's mountain climber. That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is going to be a speed burpee, okay? So when we do a speed burpee today, what we're going to do is I'm going to, again, start sideways for you. We're going to drop down into that push-up position. So we're going to come down, our feet are going to go back, keep that core nice and tight. Heels come onto the ground first, and we stand up straight. Okay, so we're not going to do the push-up with the burpee today. Once we get to the top, we're going to jump and come back down. So back, up, jump, down, back, up, jump, down. Now, here's some modifiers for you really, really quickly. If jumping's not for you, or the step down and step back up is really, really hard for you, you can walk it out. So step, step, heel, heel. The most important part is that we're planting our heels on the ground and we're pushing up through our legs, not doing a hyperextension with our low back and just torquing our low back all day, right? So again, we're down, we're back, we're up as fast as you can go, or walk down, walk up if you need to modify it. Number 3 is going to be a push-up today. So what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to drop down again, back into that push-up position. So as you'll notice, the beginning of this workout has a lot of shoulders, don't worry. The next 3, you're off. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down, same position as the mountain climber, okay? So again, we're right back here. Head is out in front of the hands. We come down, elbows are back at a 45-degree angle. Try to touch the chest to the ground, pop back up. If you need to modify, again, go to your knees, squeeze your glutes nice and tight, push those hips forward, flex that core, down and up. Try to get that chest down as far as you can. Now, if you can't get your chest all the way down, that's fine. You can still do partial reps. You can go down as far as you need to. So you're right here and back up here and back up. And as you get stronger and stronger, eventually you'll be able to do those push-ups. The big common mistake a lot of people make with push-ups is their elbows, okay? I see a lot of people with their elbows out here. Again, not real good on the rotator cuff. We want to save those rotator cuffs, so when we come down, elbows are back 45 degrees, touch that chest to the ground, push through the chest. So again, this is a chest exercise. We want to stretch and push, but the cool thing is we also get shoulders, triceps, and core all in a push-up, which is why the push-up is such a great exercise. Guys, the next exercise that we're going to do today is a Russian twist toe touch. So this is a new one for you. What you're going to do, okay, is we're going to get into that Russian twist position. So the hardest way to do this exercise today, chest nice and high, core is engaged, hands are in prayer position, okay? So what you're going to do, bring your feet up, try to straighten your legs, point your toes back to you. You're going to go twist, twist, touch. Twist, twist, touch. So you're combining pretty much a V-up with a Russian twist. Now, if you can't do the V-up part, that's fine. If you need to put your feet down, that's fine. We're just gonna go side to side right here with those prayer hands, okay? Prayer hands all day on these. If you don't wanna do that, if the twisting motion bugs your back, that's fine. We can just do the V-up part. So we're gonna be right here. We can just hold our feet up, or you can come down and come back up and keep that chest really tall. Try to come back as far as you can and work on that lean, okay? So the lean is where we're gonna engage that core. So again, chest is super high. We're not engaging that spine. We're just, core is super tight. We're just push up, come down as far as you feel comfortable, push up. Those are your modifiers. But again, the Russian twist, toe touch. So we're here, prayer hands, side, side, touch, side, side, touch. Great core exercise right there. All right, guys, our next exercise, split squat. So what we're gonna do is, this looks a lot like a lunge, but we're not actually gonna move our legs, okay? And the reason we're not gonna move our legs is because we don't wanna do these wrong. So we're gonna start today with that split squat. This is a really good leg and glute exercise if you do it right. So what we're gonna do, again, my back toe is up off the ground, chest is high, core is engaged, and what I'm actually gonna do is drop down through the front heel, okay? So I'm dropping down through the front heel, and then as I come up, I'm trying to push the ground away, keep my chest nice and tall. So I'm here, push, here, push. So that's what I want to be doing. I want to focus on that leg. Notice when I come up, my leg is not locked out, so I'm not coming all the way up, locking out that leg. I want constant tension, so I'm right here, same leg, boom, boom, really pushing through that heel, flexing the leg. You're gonna feel that in your butt, your quad, and your hamstring. And then the next set, you're just gonna switch legs, and you're just gonna go between those, each leg, okay? That's a single leg exercise. Now, if you have a knee issue, you can't do a single leg, no problem. We're gonna do a body weight squat. So again, same thing here. Put my hands prayer position right on my chest, keep my chest nice and high, core is gonna be engaged. As I come down, try to push my feet away from each other, push the ground away. So push down, push away, keep that chest tall, that core engaged. What we don't want to see is the melting candle, okay? So as you start to come down, start to bow to sensei, no bowing to sensei. Okay, keep that chest tall, sit through those heels, push up through that butt. Right there, that's what we're doing. That goes right into our next exercise, which is a jump squat. So again, if you can't jump, we're not jumping, okay? Again, if you have a knee issue, don't jump. You don't need to. There's no reason. You can still get a good, effective workout without jumping. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna do a jump squat. So you're gonna start where we wanna finish. So we're gonna be down in the bottom of our squat position. Chest is high, loading up through our heels. We're gonna jump up and land soft. Jump up, land soft. Jump up, land soft. Jump up, land soft. Notice what I'm not doing, because I'm not landing locked out, making a bunch of noise. My goal every time is, it's not about how high I jump. It's about how soft can I land, how soft can I land, how soft can I land. Every time, trying to load those heels, burn those legs, really propel myself up. Now, if you can't jump, you can still do the same exact movement. Just don't let your feet leave the ground. So you're gonna come down, propel up, come down, propel up, come down, propel up. And you're still gonna get that great, great burn in those legs, okay? Versus the close grip push-up. Let's get right into it. So the only difference with this and the regular push-up, elbows, baby. Elbows are gonna be right in next to the body. That's where we want them all day, every day, okay? So elbows are right in next to the body. Let me fix that camera a little bit. Just move it down just a touch. All right. So elbows are gonna be right in next to that body, okay? We're gonna come down, and we're gonna push the ground away. Again, as a regular push-up, they're out at 45 degrees. This, what I want you, a lot of people will move their hands in closer, but ultimately, all I care about is those elbows gliding on the rib cage and coming back up. We want to bring those arms back, not out. Arms go back, not out. You're going to feel that burn out the back of those arms. This is one where a lot of people need to modify the first time they do it. Again, the first set isn't so bad. Once you get going, it sucks. So if you need to switch to modify, again, elbows are in, we're right here pushing through the back of the arms. Elbows are going back and forward. And then if you can't get all the way to the ground, you're doing a lot of sets and you can't get all the way down, partial reps till you can't do it anymore. Remember, big thing when doing modified, butt's tight, core's tight. You want to keep that body in a nice straight line. So before you start, flex the glutes, flex the core, down and up, right through the back of those arms. All right, so our last exercise of the day. This is a weird camera angle on for me, so I'm kind of in hunchback mode right now. What we're gonna do is the elephant walk, okay? So the elephant walk, you're gonna stand up straight, and you're gonna come down, and you're gonna walk your hands just to the top of the other hand. So you're not taking big steps. You're just going top of the hand, as far out as you feel comfortable. Once you get out, you come right back up. Same way, stand up. The goal here, try to keep our legs straight the whole time. So try not to bend those legs. Really work on that flexibility. This is going to do shoulders, core, triceps, chest, whole bunch of stuff. Hamstrings, quads, full body right here. Great exercise. Walking ourselves all the way down, all the way up. I promise you, you'll be sweating at the end of that one. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is workout number 1. Hope you guys get through it. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how that heart rate's going. Really push yourself during these sets. Push yourself during these reps. That's how we get better, is by being uncomfortable. Hope you have a great